In 1856, in Leeds, William Dove was given the death penalty for committing murder. He killed his victim using the highly toxic strychnine, poison that leads to death by asphyxiation. Historically, it was given as a heart stimulant, in very small, carefully measured doses, but because it was so dangerous, it is now obsolete. It caused extreme anxiety and muscle spasms too, a pretty agonising death for anyone who overdosed on it. What makes this case particularly monstrous is the fact that the victim was William's wife. Many shocking crimes have an intriguing backstory, and there are many morbidly fascinating details that surround this one. Firstly, there's William Dove himself. His character is one that is violent, sadistic, and unruly, signs of psychopathic tendencies that can be seen right from childhood. Dove grew up in a very strict Wesleyan Methodist family. He had tragic beginnings. Many of his siblings died young. This may explain why his parents, throughout his youth, helped him get out of trouble time and time again. Dove was a wayward child and struggled to settle at school. His parents tried others, but he was expelled, so they sent him to live with family friends in Scarborough to learn farming. It was here where Dove's issues really started to show themselves. He was sadistic and tortured the animals, poisoned the cats, and poured oil on the cows. He showed an unhealthy obsession with fire, and the farm owners' attempts to control him resulted in them being threatened by Dove with a gun. Another alarming and interesting aspect around the William Dove story is how brazen he was. He was very public when showing his disdain for his wife, and he consulted with others as he was plotting to kill her. After threatening his parents' friends on the farm, Dove was sent to go travelling for 2 years. When he returned, his parents bailed him out once more and rented him his own farm, complete with farmhands. Around this time, Dove miraculously found religion too. He met his wife Harriet at a social event, and the erratic, deranged behaviour continued into his adult married life. The couple would argue, which would often become very hostile. Harriet suffered from hysteria amongst other things, and Dove resented paying his wife's medical bills. Her paranoia about Dove cheating on her was made worse by his drinking. On one occasion, he reportedly threw a chair at his wife and threatened to shoot her. Dove asked a local doctor about a poison called strychnine, claiming he'd read about it in the paper. After confirming it was deadly, he then approached a local pharmacist. When he was advised that it was detectable, Dove stated that he was inquiring because he wanted rid of pests at his home. The pharmacist gave him a sample, and Dove tested it out on a cat, which successfully killed it. He returned to the pharmacy, asking for more, with the conspicuously untrue reason that the rain had washed the previous portion away. The pharmacist was not the only one who Dove revealed his plans to. He also consulted a local scam artist, who gave him advice on how to remove his wife. This ghastly, deceitful character was named Henry Harrison. An additional startling fact about this story is Dove's defence when he was arrested and charged for the murder of his wife. An impertinent Dove not only tried to blame his wife's mental health issues, but also claimed diminished responsibility on the grounds that he was told to do the act by a wizard. He was referring to Henry Harrison, who was known as a wise man based at Leeds Market. These dubious kinds of men at this time were known for helping people using alternative means for a fee. They claimed to be able to heal the sick, read the stars, protect against witchcraft, and find lost items for their clients. There is no doubt that Harrison was a despicable character. He had previously abandoned his family, had accusations of rape surrounding him, and made money from like-minded people like Dove. They regularly met in the pub, and Dove would pay for Harrison's services and follow his advice. He sold him a charm, saying it would help his fortunes change regarding his struggling farm, and told him he'd run some magic to help his wife get pregnant. None of this worked, the arguments continued, and Dove lost his farm. Harrison, after reading his palm, told Dove he would never be happy until he got himself a new wife. He then informed him about strychnine poison, assuring him it was non-detectable. Dove took his opportunity when his wife's friend became ill and could not keep an eye on her to strike. Harriet died in agony, and Dove thought he had got away with it until a local doctor, who had heard about him buying some poison, ordered a post-mortem. Despite Harrison reassuring him that all would be okay, Dove was found guilty and sentenced to the death penalty. his hanging drew one of the biggest crowds known for a public execution. One positive aspect of this awful story comes from the fact that Harrison also got his comeuppance. After Dove's death, public attention turned to him. Harrison wrote to a newspaper claiming his innocence, but not long after was arrested for rape and fortune-telling. He was jailed, although the fortune-telling accusation was actually more successful. The arrogance of Dove, the belief that he could get away with the murder of his wife, is almost as shocking as the way in which he killed her. Associating with someone as horrific as Harrison, not only to justify what he was to do, but to advise and actively encourage it was also a choice. There are many levels to this story, disturbing facts that bewilder us even today, thus proving that the stories and events around horrific crimes, in particular dark ones from history, have other, deeper, grotesque and shocking details surrounding them.